All right, welcome to another episode of Opinionated Facts. I'm your host, Drizzle. Today I'm doing something special, man. I got a special interview lined up with a former Louisville legend, Deiontrez Mount. D-Mount, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's good, baby?
Hey, man, how's everything going, man, on your end?
Man, everything's going good, man. Just over here, I've been doing my thing, holding out and everything. It's still working out, staying ready, so I don't have to get ready.
Okay, understandable. So now, where you, what are you doing as far as, I seen you got invited to the XFL Draft pool.
Yeah, so I went to a summer showcase down in Houston, and they basically had all the teams there. And, they invited me out there, and I basically competed with the other athletes, which at the time was huge because, I went to that torn Achilles last year and haven't really, competed against another, athlete.
Yeah.
Other than, drills and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did pretty good, and a couple of teams talked to me after that, and yeah, I got the invite to go into the draft pool. So
okay, now how was the recovery for that? Because they saying that right now, lately, I've been seeing just all across sports over the past few years, we've seen Achilles injuries derail an athlete. They never come back the same. It's pretty much ended older players' careers.
Yeah.
So how did you, knowing that, how did you cope with that, when you're going through the recovery process?
Man, I honestly didn't think it was that bad. I think it would be bad for like someone that has never been through the process before. But as you know, I tore my ACL in time for the Titans, and I've been battling with injuries all my career. So I bounced back pretty fast, and I'm honestly bigger, stronger, and faster than I've ever been right now. So I think they had me down for a 4.62 and at the summer showcase for the SFL last summer. So yeah, man. I mean, I think that's just a mindset when it comes down to it. When you get hurt, you're battling with a lot of things. As far as mentally, obviously physically. It just depends on the type of person you are. That's going to determine how you're going to bounce back for real.
Okay, now, what year was it that you what was it? It was 2015 when you was drafted by the Titans, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. How many years did you play in Tennessee?
I played in Tennessee for a year, a year and a half. Not too long. My time was short there.
Okay, and then that's where you tore your ACL?
Yeah, I tore my ACL about the 6th or 7th week. Yeah, and I was playing well my rookie year, man. It's just
I think I remember. I think if I remember, did you have an interception against Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was Jameis's first game too.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think I vividly remember that because honestly, the NFL draft is long, so. I think back then that's when they started doing the whole 3-day thing. You do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or whatever they do now. And so I mean, after the first round, I don't watch it for real. I try to keep up with who gets drafted and who goes where. So I remember, what I'm saying, when I heard the news that you got drafted late and a couple other Louisville players got drafted late. But then I remember on that Sunday when you got that interception and one of my group chats was going crazy, like D-Mount just picked off Jameis and said Louisville still hunting Jameis, and everything like that. So I was like, okay, that's dope, you know what I'm saying? But
man, that was a special moment for me because I don't know if you recall, but FSU came and played us my senior year. At our home, we had a home game against them, and they came back from a 28-point lead.
That's when Hot Rod had the 5 picks, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I remember that was Devontae's first game back.
Yeah.
That was Bobby's first big game. Louisville had on the all black.
I still have that jersey too.
Hey, so I've always wanted to ask. I never got the chance to ask a player, but and I know you only were coached by Bobby Petrino for one season, and Charlie Strong brought you in. But what was the main difference between those two styles?
Man, where did I stop? They're on like opposite ends of the spectrum, man. You have Coach Strong who believes in like the discipline and super like tough, like he's gonna build toughness, and it's a mindset thing. Everything's centered around how strong can I get these kids' mind, because they're gonna be battling adversity their whole life, right? Petrino is obviously a genius. Like, no one could downplay how like smart and creative he is with, on the offensive side of things. But at the end of the day, I feel like players didn't want to play for him. And I know I'm kind of crazy for saying that, but you look at our bowl game against Georgia, my senior year.
Yeah,
I believe it was the Belt Bowl in Charlotte.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, man. You watch that game, man.
There was no energy.
Yeah, there was no energy. We had mostly seniors playing, and at the end of the day, it comes down to guys not wanting to play for him. If that was Coach Strong, man, it would have been a completely different game. Like it's like a lot of them gave up. It was just like whatever, A lot of them went out the night before, and man, that wouldn't have fly. That wouldn't have been accepted if Coach Strong was there, because you want to play for Strong. But Petrino, I love him as a coach, but he wasn't that father figure that a lot of us needed, at that time in Louisville. So just different, man. Just different.
Now that makes sense. That definitely makes sense, because you can see like the first year Bobby was there, you could still kind of see some of the strong influence in the players that he brought on. But by year 2, 3, and 4, you could just start to see that Bobby influence was taking over, and that the players, that culture that Strong had built with the players coming in, believing in each other, believing in the system, it was gone.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It completely went back to that kind of energy where the players were just kind of just playing for themselves, and if the team wasn't winning, then it was just bad energy all around. And once it got bad, it stayed bad. It never got good. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a really, really high with Bobby, but then it was really, really lows with Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't.
100%.
There was never no real middle ground. So I could definitely see that the players not looking at Bobby as a father figure.
Man, I tell you what, some of my favorite memories was when we were in training camp. With Strong, and we working long, 14, 15-hour days, nonstop, like from the crack of dawn to nighttime every day, right? But Coach would huddle us up, and we'll go have a team meeting in the meeting room, and we'll just talk about life, man. We'll just sit there and just talk about life, and that's big for a lot of us. A lot of us was from Florida. A lot of us didn't have father figures in our lives, but we all had stories to share, And Coach Strong gathered all the coaches up, all the players. He set us in the team meeting room, and we just literally told everyone our story. And that literally made our room so close, and we started playing for each other, because I'm like, man, I know what he's going through back at home. He can't go back to the house. I know what this guy next to me is. It's just made you brothers,
Yeah.
Yeah. So man, when we sat there, told our stories, a lot of us cried, and it's nothing that can compare to a brotherhood like that, man.
Yeah. No, that's. Yeah, that's Strong. Like I said, Strong was a different type of coach. Like he had his system and he had his ways, but he wasn't a jerk about it. He was always honest. He rewarded he rewarded people for doing their job. If you do your job, Strong would have nothing negative to say about you.
100%.
If you gave him 100%, he gave you 100% back. And one thing that I always noticed about Strong was that he always had a connection with his players. You know what I'm saying? From the star player to that walk on that wasn't gonna play. He always had a connection with
100%.
all his players. He interacted with all his players. You know, I never had a chance to meet Bobby, but I feel like Bobby was more so kind of, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna talk about offense, and then I'm gonna go home type shit. You know, whereas Strong was like, nah, these guys are in here at 6 o'clock in the morning for workouts. I'm finishing my workout run at 5:45 in the morning, so I can be in the weight room at 6 o'clock in the morning with them guys to get a little lift in.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and so I could definitely see the differences in the two, just based off the energy. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a special place for Bobby, just as far as being a Louisville fan growing up.
Yeah, definitely.
Took the school to the Orange Bowl. We had Michael Bush, you know, Brom and Mario Urrutia, Harry Douglas, like all those players, you know what I'm saying, to come through under him, you know, who I was a fan of, and I became a fan of the school and everything. Like, so I respect him in that aspect, but when it comes to building a relationship with your players and your coaching staff and having that right culture, it's I just feel like he wasn't able to connect with the players at the way Strong was able to connect with players. Like, I honestly feel like that if Strong stayed and if Strong would have continued on the path that he would have been continuing on, not saying that Louisville would be what Clemson is, but Louisville would definitely be a top 15, top 10, top 5 school on a regular. Like Louisville wouldn't be rebuilding right now.
Yeah, and like I said, man, it's nothing like seeing, like, waking up at 5 a.m., hurrying, like, trying to run to the facility. And
so you're not late?
You're running a little late. You see your own head coach as outside jogging miles before he goes to the weight room with the team to work out with us.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 50, 60. We didn't know his age. I mean, he was old, but the fact that he still did that, man, we couldn't make up any excuses. You know, he did everything we did, and at the pace we did it. So.
Strong is definitely one of the better coaches out there. So what are you looking forward to with the XFL?
To be honest, man, like, I mean, I'm super excited for the opportunity. Like, I'm super stoked. I think the SFL is actually going to work this time. Mm-hmm. I'm just excited to be playing football, man. Whether that's going to be for the NFL or it's going to be for the SFL, you know. I just, at the end of the day, I'm a ball player, and that's what I want to do, and that's what I believe I'm here to do, you know.
Yeah. Now once you're done, once you're like, completely, once you say, I'm done playing football, have you thought about, what your plans are, as far as that goes?
Oh yeah, definitely. As of last year, I started my own production company. Okay. And that's what I've been kind of doing, on my off time. And I'm kind of fortunate because I got injured last year and I got put on IR. So I didn't have to, go to the games. I didn't really have to be at the practices. I just had to be there for rehab, some of the meetings, and I could go home. So I used that time and was productive, and I started my own company and started growing it. And, it's a work in progress, but I'm finally seeing, my work pay off. I went to LA last weekend and had a couple big shoots planned in the future. So everything is starting to move, man.
What's the production company called?
It's called Mount Up Media.
Okay. What do y'all specialize in? Have you got a lane yet?
Yeah, so we specialize in commercials and creating VBCs for like small companies. So essentially, I'll approach a business owner and I'm like, hey, can I give you content so we can drive a bigger audience to your content or your brand to increase your sales? Basically, like a branch of marketing. So. And that's on the branding side. On the VPCs, we come in and say, hey, tell us what your business is about. We're going to shoot some B-roll on it, and you can put it on your website and, increase the production value of your whole company. So it's pretty cool, man.
Okay, that's
I've always been kind of in the video world.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. A lot because a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, they end up in your position, they're in the league for about 3, 4, 5 years, they get hurt, and they spend the next couple years just trying to get back, and they never really have a backup plan or a plan for the future. And for you to no, go ahead.
I think that's it. I think that is a really hard thing to do, man. As I don't like to say it, but I mean, everyone thinks that it's easy to have a backup plan when you're playing football. But at the end of the day, if you're not 100% invested and focused in playing football, you won't be successful. You will not be in this league very long, man. You have to dedicate your life is on pause. This whole year has been on pause for me. Just because I am a free agent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make any big moves because if I get the phone call, then...
Yeah, you got to go.
You got to go. So it's hard to plan for plan B because, football is just such a big part of your life right now. So, like, I hear people all the time say, yeah, like, if I was a football player, if I was a professional athlete, I would do this different, I would do that different, and it's hard because, people aren't in that position to do that,
Yeah. No, I can just imagine what it's like once you get to the professional ranks. I had a semester, where I experienced it on the college level, and that was a job. Like it essentially is a full-time job, 365. And I just seeing that, I was like, damn, like you ain't got time to really do anything. Like you got to go to work.
It's crazy, man. And I thank God, like with the grant and stuff that the NCAA are now releasing for the athletes.
Yeah.
With them getting paid, a lot of people think that's unfair, but
we
give these athletes, scholarships and this and that and this and that. But one athlete could potentially pay for 6 to 7 students scholarships, man, with how much money they,
Yeah, with how much revenue they bring in.
Yeah, how much revenue they bring in. It's like we're basically working for free, and we're in college, and we can't work because football is our job.
Yeah. You're not allowed. Like you have to sign the paper that tells you can't get a job, you can't take no money. Like you got to sign all these agreements at the beginning of the season and shit, and it's like.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It really is. And then at the end of the day, we can't go to school and become engineers if we wanted to, or lawyers if we wanted to. That's going to take away from football.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys just settle and settle for a degree that's easy so they can just focus on
communications.
Yeah.
I mean, you might find a few that might do something else, but for the most part, it's gonna be communications, and I understand it. I completely get it because, like I said, going to school full time, that's a job, in itself. And then people talk about, well, I go to school and I work a job full time. Well, these football players, they go to school and they have to play football. Like they don't just go and play the game on Saturday or Thursday night. Like, no, they have practice, they have meetings. You got training, you got rehab, you got workouts. Like you got all these things that you have to go to, and you got study hall that you got to like mandatory shit. Like so much stuff you got to go to that I don't think people really understand. They just see the game. You know what I'm saying?
Then they come up with these stereotypes like, these football players are dumb, but in all reality, we're not dumb. It's just that we're ungodly tired from our schedule in college.
That too, and there's no more dumb people in your regular class than there are on the football team. Like,
Oh, 100%.
like I just watched a clip from last week. After the game on Sunday, Deshaun Watson broke down the defense that who were they playing? I can't remember who they were playing. I think they played Carolina. They were playing Carolina, and he broke down. You know what I'm saying? I think they were they were running a cover 4 or cover 3, and he broke it down for the reporter because the reporter asked him a question like, why didn't you guys try to go deep? And he was like, well, this is the defense that they were playing. They were keeping everything in front. They had this dude playing this zone, this dude playing this zone, and he broke it down. And to a lot of people that even watch football on a regular, that shit probably sounded like rocket science to them.
It sounds
But to a football player, that's normal. Like you can read a playbook like it's nothing because that's what you've been doing your entire life. So yeah, I think it's definitely a bad rap that players get, that they're stupid.
Yeah, 100%, man, and that's something special, man. Like that's most of it in the NFL, man. I believe it or not, it's not players' physical ability that gets guys out of the league. It's two things: it's injuries and their inability to learn the playbook. The playbook is so big; it takes a lot of studying.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of distractions. There's a lot more distractions in the NFL than it is in college, man. Believe it or not. And you just gotta learn to deal with that, and kind of just focus on the right things on the right time, and you'll survive.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now you play 5 years in the league so far.
Well, I'm going to my 5th year right
Going to
now.
your 5th. So who out of all the teammates that you've had? Well, you can answer this. Who was your favorite college teammate, and then who was your favorite teammate in the NFL?
College teammate. That's a tough one, man, because we were all so close.
Yeah, I know the D line and linebackers. That's a tight knit group.
Close, I'm gonna have to say, I don't know. It's either between Sheldon Rankins or Lorenzo Malden.
Hey,
those are my boys.
Lozo.
Oh, and John Miller too.
Okay. Is Lozo still in the league?
Lozo is actually in Canada right now. He had surgery on his back, so he was kind of trying to get back into the league, and never really bounced back from his back.
Yeah. I know he played for my Jets for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I wish him the best, man. And it's funny because we don't talk every day. We don't really send text messages to each other, but in the off season, we always find ourselves meeting up. And partying somewhere, or, throwing kickbacks. It's funny, man. It's a funny thing. It's like a frat.
Yeah.
The NFL is just like a big frat, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, who's your favorite NFL teammate so far?
NFL teammate. Man, honestly, it had to be Vaughn, to be honest.
Von Miller?
Man, yeah, playing behind Vaughn, man, I learned so much about myself as a player, athletically, and he just challenged me in a bunch of different ways, man. And I really look up to that guy. And the way he just spends his time, his work ethic is unmatched. And that's the reason why he has been so successful, is because the guy really cares about everyone in the locker room. And if you're doing something wrong, he'll let you know. He's not like a leader, rah-rah leader. Like, he'll just lead by his actions. And that speaks like miles, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But I tell you what, man, I get mad at Vaughn during the week though, because he'll go in, take 2 plays, and give me the rest of the 80 plays. So I'll be so tired in the game, but those are the sacrifices you're willing to take because his ability shines through.
Yeah.
Days,
Yeah.
So it was worth it, man. As long as we got the win, and that's the cool thing, man. We all had one common goal, and we just came together as a team at the end. So,
Okay. Well, that's good shit, bro. Well, look, man, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, getting on the phone, chopping it up with me, man. I look forward to seeing you in the XFL. I honestly think the XFL is going to work this time around too. I know a lot of people kind of think it won't, but I honestly think it's a lane. It's a different time now. When the XFL came out with 15, 20 years ago, it was like somebody's going to challenge the NFL. It kind of didn't work. I feel like this time around, I think they got a better idea. They got a better understanding. They got more money.
and they have the NFL working with them.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I think with which I feel like when they first came on the scene, the NFL kind of probably wasn't really working with them. Yeah. Now they kind of work, and you need that because the NFL is a monopoly.
It is.
So you definitely need that backing. But yeah, man, I definitely think it's going to work this time. I definitely look forward to it. When's the draft again?
The draft is on October 13th and 14th.
Okay, now are they having it like at like a place like the NFL, like the Music City Hall or some shit, or how they doing it?
Yeah, I believe they are, man. I think it's gonna be in Houston. I want to say.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that. I'm really not sure, but up until the draft on October 13th, man, I'm gonna be posting a lot of stuff on my social media. On Instagram, that's D Mount 1, 2 E's,
okay.
DEE, Mount 1. I'm gonna post a bunch of updates from the XFL. If you guys want to, follow my journey and see how I work and see how I balance life between football and running the business. So, hey man, and Dre, man, yep. I appreciate you for having me on your podcast show, man. I love seeing you doing big things.
Hey, appreciate that.
I always knew you were going to do something big, man.
I appreciate that.
You always had that mind for it, so.
Hey.
100, man.
Yes, sir. Well.
But yeah, I'll be posting a bunch of content, about the XFL, and just right now, just gotta be patient and work out. Just keep training, so I have to. Get ready, and when my name's called, I can make the right moves and get it going. So,
yeah, hey, that's all you can do, bro. But like I said, man, I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you playing in the XFL, man. And who knows, man, you might get that call from the league, and who knows, man. Injuries happen. Next man up. So, I'm saying, never stop working, bro. Just keep on working and you're gonna do it, man. Like I said, I'm excited for the XFL. I know it starts next year, but like I said, I've been telling people for a while, like I'm excited. Like I want to see what the product looks like. I think we kind of got a temporary look with the AFL kind of thing that they did, and that was cool. But I think with the XFL, I think we're really gonna see like an alternative league stateside, that not rival the NFL, but coexist with the NFL and just give football players another way of earning a living where they don't have to go all the way to Canada or play semi-pro or do whatever, man. Because it's so many good football players that are out there, but the league takes players, choose them up, and then they're done with them. Once the league is done, like you could be a star for one season in the league, get hurt, and you're gone forever. So yeah, man, just keep working, keep grinding.
Yeah, man, I will, man. I'll keep trying to put Louisville on, in Florida.
Hey, that's all you can do, man. Was it L1C4?
Yeah, L1C4, man. You know how it is.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. I appreciate it, man.
All right, bro.
All right, take it easy, bro.
Yeah, you too. Hey, keep doing big things, man.
Yep, no doubt.